just gets dropped around them. Filthy players from top to bottom. Literally one of the highest skilled cat teams we have ever seen in Call of Duty history.
Yeah, incredible stuff. And again, don't adjust your sets, of course, to a 4v4. Nowadays, boys and girls, the New York Subliners, their opponents today, of course, being led from the front by Clayster, formerly of the Dallas Empire. Want to make that decision, but with the change to 4v4, someone had to go. Clay, man, Chance, I think you brought this up to me once in a conversation that Clay, you know, he really makes it hard for himself after winning a championship.
I mean, he is the true veteran. Like, he plays multiplayer within the pro like level of the scene. He's third prestige right now, guys. Every single time this man wins a world championship, he hits that fresh start, gets one like unlock token for like the next set to go through like the 55 levels, and he has to do it all over again every single time. He finds a great deal of success. He just gets knocked, or the team moves on, or something happens, but a new fresh start for him. We can see if third prestige will be his best one yet. We know he is always going to be hungry.
Always hungry, Dino. Of course, joining Clayster, Mac, Diamond Con, the latest addition to the squad, and of Seam, who was picked up to help out with the scrims. You know, in all things have changed. You know, for New York, this is a very, very interesting time. But going into this first matchup, we'll take a look at the maps in just a moment. But Hardpoint, the first game mode we will be playing here in a best of 5 series. And again, for those of you who don't quite know, Hardpoint is basically Crazy King. You know, this is a single fixed location on the map that changes throughout the game every 60 seconds. It's on a fixed rotation, and the players, you bet they know where they're going. First team with 250 points to get the win. Team scores points by standing in that hill uncontested. When a contest happens, a big old icon appears on screen. You can't miss it. The time stops. The game time will stop when teams are scoring. So keep an eye on that one as well. We've seen some exciting finishes. Chance, I mean, the game is almost ready to go, my friend. I mean, this is it. Like, we are wasting no time. Like, the wheels are barely up, and this plane is already going. But what do you think about the subliners? This is obviously not the roster they wanted right out of the rip, but it is the hands they've been dealt. I mean, these cards ain't bad, but today's going to be a difficult day for them. I mean, this is, as Clay put it, this is glorified practice for them. This is not the team they wanted. Things are looking a little different now. But do you think they can go the way?
I think they can go the way eventually, but keep in mind, for like, they've been on less than a week of practice. I think we found out the sad news about Zumas.
いろんな人にね、見るたびに配信するわって言っちゃったからね、これやんなきゃいけないんだよ。
They've literally had less than a week to get this practice in, and the guy that they brought in to replace him, Diamond Con, supposed to be a fantastic player, expecting to have great communication.
あんなところ壁爆発させるためかね。すごいね。
And he's able to run that second AR. Let's Mac make that adjustment.
見たんだよな、でもこの試合。
Here we are, finally. 2021 season almost rocking and rolling here. Find ourselves on a Garrison hardpoint right off the rip. It's going to be the New York Subliners here in our new look for the Codcaster. During those first few moments, Dallas now going to rip on back over, and again, looking at the mini-map there, the yellow players, that will be the New York Subliners. Those in the white are current reigning champs, the Dallas Empire, and there's got to be a little bit of bad blood in this game. Chance again, even if
あそこわざわざ爆発させるの面白いよね。グレとかでいいの。
tiny bit of a shot, even if it is exhibition,
あそことさ、
we'd love to see it.
ここにさ、あれあるよね、爆発させる。あれこれマウス映ってんのかな？映ってなかったらあれだわ。何も見えんじゃん。
Already Empire, they're still able to hold those spawns for this next hill. And really, it's not as much as rotation to get spawns necessarily, but to get control of where the hard point's going to be. That's why you got Hoop. He's over towards top grade. He's trying to be that roaming slayer to keep these subliners at bay, and you got everyone else. You got to watch Bricks. You got to watch the full flank. Make sure you keep control of this area. And a man like Shotzi, if he's in this hill and his teammates have the coverage, he is going to be incredibly difficult to.
ああ、一応、ここあれか、こっちでなんとかするってことは。こう入ってきたら、こことここでなんとかして、で、ここが、知れこないなってなった瞬間に、こっちからここを見るってことか。
Kill. That's why you see the subliners taking their time. Asim trying to work his way around the back.
Yeah, Asim trying to make something happen there. Crim6 locks it down from the side of Bricks. It's going to be Illy fighting on the side of the map as well. So far, a watertight hardpoint. Dallas Empire. Subliners know much happened. Mac once again going back into the ring for another swing. Can he find more? And at this point in time, 30 seconds remaining. He may well be looking at repositioning. That zero there was on the minimap. That was Huk, bottom left-hand side. He was trying to make a play happen there. He cut those reinforcements out. And Chance right now, there's no way the subliners are getting in. It looks like they're just going to give this up, hold control of the mid-map, and make sure they get the next halfway.
ここにこのフォロー1枚入れて3人でここがってた方が一番飛ばしやすくて楽だったんだけど。
And the subliners, you see Asim in the feed is fallen, and so has Mac, and you see already spawning
やっ
out
ぱローテの段
across
階
the
でもあれ
map.
だね
That is
上がるよ
the
ねここ
worst
ね
situation for this rotation. Now Shotzi, there's only 2 players that Empire have to deal with at least to approach the hill, but actually they're doing the smart thing. They recognize the spawns come out behind him, and Shotzi taking his time, waiting for his teammates. One guy goes over to the side, he challenges the front of the hill, and the break is already in.
All good. Still, spawns now working out for New York. Far right-hand side of the map. Here come the shots. Diamond Con up first. He goes down to Shotzi once again. Asim is out. Illy finds a nice headshot onto him. And now Mac, all alone, bleeding out. He's in a bit of trouble. Can he take any more? No. Illy, the Pope, gets it done. Now the trying to keep the fight alive. Illy keeps that run going and makes sure the hard point stays safe. So far, it is looking fantastic for Empire here. The generators have looked theirs pretty much from start to finish. And again, Subliners, they're battling tooth and nail to stay in this one, Chance. And as you can see, spawns now already starting to flip out. Subliners bearing towards the center of the map. Not a bad position to be in. But you do have to worry about Illy roaming through the center of the map right now. Shotzi providing the reinforcements. A Chance already looking like a dominant Dallas.
I mean, a dominant Dallas. You got Shotzi 10-4. Illy meanwhile.
なんかダラスもあんまりさ、そのセンターに付き合わないのか。形としてはうちみたいな感じと一緒だと思うんだけど。それで事故んないのすごいよね。よし、リス取った方がよかった。多分ね、ここに2いて、ここで 3ぐらいいたけどさ、そのまま行っても多分リスク変わらないんだよね。3v3 と後ろに1人いる状況になるから、多分こっち潰した方がいいんじゃねって判断だったんじゃないさっき。
Again, the new second AR for the team up on top of floating tank, the ultimate power.
その人数分かってんのがすごい。
Seeing what he can do from up top, able to take down Hoop, as New York Subliners finally able to get a little bit of time on the clock.
Still a battle raging though on the hard point right now. Clayster's holding it down as members of Dallas making their way through that top green position, that power position.
4ポ取るときさ、こっからだけだときついよね。なんとかしてっけどこれ。なんとかしてっけど多分ここのラインだけでやるのって結局きついからこっち1枚2枚回らないと難しいよね。
across to our next here. See the minimap, the small lock icon, the padlock, that center of the map will be the next hardpoint location. As you can see, Dallas, they have that center of the map control. Spawns now to the left-hand side for the subliners. Their chance now to make a play on the hill once again. Rotations have not been terrible, but again, they're just lacking that slight little bit of cohesion chance when it comes to the pushes, and that's, you know, going to come with time. This is basically a brand new roster for the subliners. These results are fistful of salt here.
L字と橋でポイント固めに行くんだね。念願まで行かないんだよね。逆にサブライナーズはこっちリスの時にここのラインとこの念願パーツのラインでやりに行ってんだよね。多分これ湧いたからこれを与えた報告出してここ取りに行ったんじゃない。相手絶対ここで湧いてるから。強この人。ヒュークバケモンよな普通に。
Still Hook on your screen, a wonderful year last year. First time we really saw Hook try to pop off. Success he's certainly found. Current reigning world champions for those of you just joining us.
ヒュークはもう捨ててるんじゃないかな。
Could be a very interesting rivalry for the rest of the season. The subliners, there's much to be thought of here, as they are taking quite the hands from Dallas. As we go back over to our first hard point and our second set of rotations onto Max. Hold the line down though, can't take them all. There's much to be thought of here. They are taking quite the hands from Dallas as we go back over to our first hard point and our second set of rotations onto Max. Shotzi's going to hold the line down though, can't take them all. Clay finds himself too, and with that, we will see a little bit of breathing space now for the subliners. Can Dallas find an opening and try to get on this point?
And it was just a perfect play to get the break on the hill as well. You had Mac baiting out from Clayster from Lights. You take down the man in the power position. It was Crim6 last time. Now Diamond Con in the same spot.
とか日本の方取りに行くけど、キープするよね、この
Not only helping his teammates out with Lights, also watching mid-map just a little bit. But as contest time comes through, we already know how important this next hill is, right? Empire got full 60 last time. Now you got Mac on the very early rotation. Diamond Con to look out over top of him. This is a hill the subliners need, because obviously if Shotzi's able to pick up a couple kills, there's the next two. If Empire get full control, they are setting themselves up for another full 60.
Shotzi proves to be the deadliest catch as he slips the net and manages to basically take that hard point alone. Illy now watching the backside. Hook and Krim doing what they can on the inside of the map to make sure that all angles are safe. Once again, it was basically a clean 60 in the first set of the hard points for Dallas, and now it could well be another. Can we see the subliners maybe try to make a break here? or will they just once again give it up and look towards the next? Again, this is a very, very decent setup from the subline, from Dallas rather, and for the subliners, the break's just not there. They are being picked apart across the map. You name it. Shotzi's finding the angles. Illy now making his way to the middle of the map. A lot more aggressive now of Dallas in this second set. Shotzi now trying to make his way forward. Diamondcon, the newcomer to the team. Going to be a Semtex there waiting for him, but Shotzi, it just doesn't seem to matter where he is. The kills are going to keep on flying through. And now, once again on the approach, subliners with the hold, with the rotation, but Dallas, particularly Shotzi there, 23 kills and 11 overall, looking to punch a hole through the defense.
And keep in mind, though, this is the same situation we saw last time where the subliners at the end of this hill start to spawn out because Crimsix is blocking these spawns. The angle he has to look towards it, and there's the pick on Clayster. Just like that, the one play, Clay is going to spawn out because Crimsix does not get killed fast enough. Finally, that comes through. And actually, I take that back. Clay did a beautiful job of holding his kill cam to buy his teammates just enough time. So a little bit of the veteran plays coming in from Clay. But even though you get those spawns, the pressure on the hill, obviously not there. Empire, again, chaining these two hills back to back. Just bullying out with the pressure and with the gun skill. And with Hook on a 5 spree, you can see everyone right now from Empire firing on all cylinders.
Subliners have got 2 lines of attack to already make this work out. Hook finds 7 in a row. While this hard point just keeps on going, he's already managed to make the rotation as well. Subliners have struggled time and time again here on Garrison to really break these hard points. Keeping this run going. This could be kill number 8. Diamondcon, just manages to take the top off. And that's going to put the streak at an end. But nonetheless, Dallas, they will break over 200 points chance. And boy, oh boy, it is not a bad start for Dallas Empire here. Once again, looks like subliners have got middle of the map control. They have that rotation down, but it's the breaks from Empire that have been getting the job done. And here we go. That's going to be grim. Nice shots gets him done. Hook can't quite get him. And that's going to be that. Seam trying to find the wall bang. There's the trades back and forth. You will see this time and time again. A team of nice too. Not enough to keep the play alive though. Can Clay now reinforce as the spawns from Dallas? Ever so close chance. And they're still alive in this push.
And you can see the Empire, because they pushed through caution last time around, they sort of open up the floodgates to try to come in through the front, but they get bullied out as Mac is able to pick up too. The trade from Shotzi coming in just to chip away a few seconds off the clock, but still still hanging around in this game. Keep in mind, it is really that P2 hill that they've gotten bullied out. Every other hill, they've been able to get some degree of success. These final 10 seconds still going the way of the Empire. This next hill incredibly crucial for the subliners because they can lose it here. Good news for them, they got the setup. A Seam responsible for that green control, and well, he just gets dealt with immediately. Shotzi's going to sneak past. Subliners have no idea what that is. The clean 4 down, the control that they had is gone. And Empire potentially looking to close this up.
Map awareness already. He's like, I know exactly where they're going to be. There's 1, that's 5 in a row for Shotzi right now. Now the grip tightens around the neck of the subliners here on Garrison. Clay going up against Shotzi. It's not going to work out. Kill number 6 in a row. 29 overall. This is starting to get ugly. Shotzi, he's found the opening. He's found the soft underbelly of the subliners, and it's not a tickle. He's giving them the full body blows, and it's getting ugly. We only have 25 points now for the win here. And Dallas Empire, it's quite a statement to open things up. For the subliners, again, you have to give them credit. They're giving it all they've got here. But again, this is basically a brand new roster, and the ceiling is pretty high for this team, but they've got a lot of work to do. Not necessarily the fairest matchup they could have asked for, but hey, the fans asked, the fans received. And honestly, I kind of love it.
And I will say though, subliners by no means out of this yet. They have got the correct map. Picking up kills in the feed. They have green control. They have catwalk control, and they're in the hill as well. The spawn out actually does come in from the Empire. Now that a Seam is up on the map, they should know. Clayster turns around, but cannot win the gunfight. Things getting dicey. Diamondcon right now by himself. Backs up off the hill, and he just gets taken down. Maybe a small opportunity for the subliners. He turns around, but cannot win the gunfight. Things getting dicey. Diamondcon right now by himself. Backs up off the hill, and he just gets taken down. Maybe a small opportunity for the subliners to get themselves back in this, though. The spawn out, though, and they're going to get stuffed. And, well, now it's about just trying to stop Empire, because, again, 15 seconds away in game number 1 of the kickoff season is here.
Basically was all on a Seam there to make the play. Here comes Clay. Trying to make something work out. Shots are there. Once again, toe-to-toe with Shotzi brings him down. 20 seconds remaining on this hard point. Shotzi stays alive. A little bit of help from Illy. That's huge work. That could well be it. You saw the contest there coming through for a brief few moments, but I think, Chance, this may be all she wrote. This could be Garrison done and dusted, and a bit of help from Illy. That's huge work. And just like that, Dallas Empire, they take map number 1.
And we expect nothing less from the Empire. Clinical work in Shotzi, by the way.
あんまセンター使わないけどさ、センターから抜けられないよね。上がってこないよね、ニューヨークも。考えなくてもいけるのかな。いけない気がするけどな、俺は。サーチ。どこ？おい、ゴミアップやんなってマジで。なんでここなんだよマジで。あ、なんか来たし。なんでさ、プロチェックメイトサーチ好きなの？わけわかんないんだけどマジで。
I don't want to outright say just a dominant performance, but something close to it, man. This needs to be Illy's playground this year. S&B is where he needs to completely turn up, and there you go. He's the one that ends up getting first blooded as Diamondcon finds the pick over towards end.
Shotzi with a very quick response to take care of Diamondcon out on the side of the map. Shotzi, he also falls there to Max, so the trade is involved now, and it's now a 2v2. Mac and Asim for the subliners. C6
戦艦通りだからここ。でも3パー上がりは抑制できる。こっちがきつくなる。
Right down to less than one shot, 34 HP overall. I mean, that is hurt. The subliners with that top lane control, not willing to let this happen, but they're going to hold hands and push forward. Krim up over the top. Oh boy, gets it done with the butt of his gun. Asim now, can he make it a 1 versus 1? Here comes the assistance, and once again trades. They save the day.
今のさ、ここで死なずにさ、ここまで逃げてヒュークのカバー待ってたのと、ヒュークがちゃんとここまで走ってこれたのいいよ、すごいよな。トイレ行こうよ。よいしょ。よいしょ。マウスカーソルどこ行った？はい、あったわ。
Brandon Crim6 does die, but makes the perfect play to draw that player out, make sure his teammates are there. So a bit of a sporadic sort of opening, I'd say, from the Empire. Players all across the map, but eventually the plane control that they got off the rip paid dividends for them, as their subs, at least early on, just able to run free.
We can now see for a subliner's offensive round. Clay with a quick class change up. Looks to be A's the bomb site of choice. Shoots once again, top of the wing, flying high. Illy finds another one, and just like that, off the rip. It was not pretty. What's Asim going to be able to do? Finds one. Just trying to make this a little bit more interesting for him. Does have bomb for now, so 1 versus 3. His offensive round. Clay with a quick class change up. Looks to be A's the bomb site of choice. Shoots once again, top of the wing, flying high. Illy finds another one, just like that. It all comes down to 1 versus 3. Off the rip, it was not pretty. What's Asim going to be able to do? Finds one. Just trying to make this a little bit more interesting for him. Does have bomb for now, so with a minute just over the clock, he's got a bit of time to work with. Illy looking to take the fight, poke this one forward. Here we go. The timing on this could be fantastic. Grim tries to clear it out with a Semtex there, and now the bomb down. 40 seconds before detonation. Dallas trying to push this slowly. They're going to have to clear the cabin. Illy saw the cross. Now to play with time, the shots are there, but no, it is going to get it done. They stacked up for him. There was an opportunity for maybe a kill out there chance, but a lovely retake from Dallas.
And again, that is 2 rounds back-to-back where Empire effectively just bullying the subliners out around the plane. I think it was Hook over towards that top right wing that got the first blood over on Clay on the right side of the map. And you can see the wing control ever present as Crim6 win his one. And Illy did the exact same thing under the other plane wing. So aggressive mid-map control around that area has been on point. We'll see if they mix things up as well, because Crim6 actually, first round on offense, he sat at the back of the map, jumping over on top of these crates, just effectively watching the full flank, and played it very patiently as he let his minions sort of run wild. A little bit more aggressive now, but you can see Shotzi by himself running into plane. It's a nice little spread of the map coming in from the Empire.
Yeah, well, the spread can go. Seam tried the heroics from the last round, not able to find too much. Can he catch Shotzi though? Shotzi, big brain plays, trying to bang his way through onto the bomb site. Just check it there if he finds one. Nice bit of work. The sticky goes through. There's a bit of a tag there. Wonderful bit of work there from the sublines. Trades back and forth they go. It now comes to Clay. Sorry, to Crim. Finds one, tags him up.
あれ、こっちが仕掛けるタイミングとさ、ヒュークが仕掛けるタイミング、バラバラだったから今負けたよな、多分。
Clay holding that back spin. Eyes on if he tries to leave the plane. Bit of a tag there. Not able to find too much. Can he catch Shotzi though? Shotzi, big brain plays, trying to bang his way through onto the bomb site. Just check it there if he finds one. Nice bit of work. The sticky goes through. There's a bit of a tag there. Wonderful bit of work there from the sublines. Trades back and forth they go. It now comes to Clay. Sorry, to Crim.
ここで待ってると思ったんだろうけど、ここだったんだよね。
Try to recover the bomb. He is totally surrounded right now. 85 seconds left on the clock. If he can isolate these gunfights, it would have been something special, but
subliners were able to. John's got that pairedness. New York subliners obviously strategically to play as well.
Another offensive round here for New York. First bloods haven't really been working out for them, but the trades have been great. Team once again bringing that bomb in towards B. The A site not getting any love. Clayster manages to win the opening gambit there against Crim. So with that, slight advantage going the way of New York. Now we're seeing a bit of aggression. Look at towards that mini-map. We're seeing a lot of movement now from New York. On the flank they go. Nades are up and about. The utilities being thrown. Asim has got full knowledge. There is a player in there waiting for him. Folks are going to keep him safe for now. Hugh trying to get involved. Does find one. Matt cuts him down immediately. Lovely trade. Shotzi now from up high, but he goes down to Asim as well. Wonderful stuff. Illy now in the 1 versus 2. Oh boy, makes it a 1 versus 1. Can Mac stop the bleeding and cut him down? The aggression's right here, but Illy! Oh no! Oh boy, makes it.
なんとかできたくね。今の
1v3. But he goes down to Asim as well. Wonderful stuff. Illy now.
1v3 だわ。
1 versus 2. Oh boy, makes it a 1 versus 1. Can Mac stop the bleeding and cut him down? The aggression's right here, but Illy! Oh no! Oh, it's a shot!
Search and destroy. I do not think you can really show off as much in 5v5, maybe with the snipes, but that clutch capability you have with just 4 players on the map gets kicked up just another notch. There's the young man now pushing down this A street.
You cannot sleep on the shot punch. That's a newfound sense of confidence for Dallas. I mean, if they were lacking any to begin with, but now we're seeing Crim trying to pin them in towards the center of the plane. 2 of them now underneath that. Use the large, and Huke's going to cut him down. Confidence right there for Dallas. I mean, if they were lacking any to begin with, but now we're seeing Crim trying to pin them in towards the center of the plane. 2 of them now underneath that. Use the large, and Huke's going to cut him down. Asim goes. Mac with a quick rebuttal. Finds another. Nice bit of work there from Mac. That's 6 kills overall. Now with Shotzi. Toe-to-toe! Mac can't win it. Shotzi does get it done. Placed her in a 1 versus 2 situation, and they've got no idea where he is. They are trying to hunt him out towards the back. Make sure it's safe, and oh, there it is. Play just looking slightly the wrong way. Shotzi with a perfect time.
Hello, Cray, more in their side. Unfortunately, after that, Shotzi
もしかして 3-0 で終わるこれ。
goes on a nice flank to take down Clayster as well.
3-0 で終わるわ。
Seems like over towards boxes, around the flank past this, the plane over towards B.
3-0かこれ。
On offense, a lot of teams putting pressure that direction. Now though, New York
3-0っぽいわ。
rippling up in the plane and Clay again. Hook doing the same thing. Does get traded up by Mac as the triple plane pressure here. 1 nade from Shotzi though brings it to a screeching halt.
Oh, and it will. The Shotzi's just like, dude, I'm hitting the flank. I'm hitting the flank. Somebody hold them there. Let me know where they're going. Shotzi now trying to bring the fight upstairs.
海外のサーチってさ、戦いどころすぐ変えるよなこれ。
No, he's not. He's just going to dive straight in.
最初は多分ここだったんだろうけど。
More than one. No, it's going to be a single.
このラインで守ろうってことだったんだけど、今こう
Illy on the flank. Diamond Con makes the perfect read though. Seam now getting the bomb down. And Crim watching towards the backside of plane. Perfect angle from Illy. Takes care of the bomb planter. Now Diamond Con left alone. Bomb didn't go down either. So now Diamond Con, I mean, how dear. That's going to be a tough round to win. Dallas, once again, pure dominance. 5-1, map point. And this is for 2-0 in the series.
And the repositioning too smart. By the way, a few rounds ago, where I was talking about the angle Diamond had on the plane cross, that's exactly what it was. Illy able to take the player down on the bomb, but then the smart play is just run M6.
Offensive round now for the Dallas Empire, trying to make something happen. Illy versus Clay. Naughty little angle by the side of the steps there, we like that. Forces Clay back for a moment. With that, those shots, he's now managed to take control of the top plane. Duke just below him, trying to make sure no one else gets involved. Mac there, out on the B wing. Biding his time. Holding that lane. Got A-bomb coverage as well for the subliners, so they've got all points covered. It's now going to come down to who gives away that first life and who can press the advantage.
Some pressure, just looking for a pick. There's the opening move. Shotzzy, easy gunfights for him. A technical trade coming through as the Seam is able to find one, and Clay annoying in the back of the map. Able to take care of the flank. Huke's going to get caught, and one by one the dominoes fall. Illy, he has 1-1v3 already today. Now he's got the 1v2. Both players in the back of the map.
サブライナーズあれだね。なんかチームとしてライン変えることはあんまりしないね。なんか人として変えることはあるけど。なんかダラスの違いだと。
Make it that 1v1 once again. 20 seconds now remaining. There's Clay. Illy feeling himself, but Clay holds the line. A nice round from the subliners. Once again, they do not let it slip. Boy, you have to give it to the confidence and aggression there. Dallas are just looking nasty.
Ends up not going his way. Able to find a couple of kills that round to have a little bit of bounce back, but of course for New York they need another 4 rounds, and frankly they need to figure out a way to deal with the aggression Empire have been throwing up on defense. Hook has gotten so many first bloods towards the wing. This time they're mixing up and potentially flooding down A Street.
Could happen right now, but Hook's on the flank. 1, 2. Quick
defense. Hook has gotten so many first bloods towards the wing. This time they're mixing up and potentially flooding down A Street.
Could happen right now, but
Hook's on the flank.
1, 2. Quick re-peek, you can maybe get a few more shots now trying to line up the play. Illy's going to back him up as we may see the push now through the rear. Shotzzy poking holes through the windows. That's going to be a nice set of kills. Hook can find number 3 in the round, and that is a decisive Dallas victory. The final round was absolutely great to watch, and oh boy. Oh, and we're going back to red.
So
kind of mad, right? We're flying back in a raid. It's a fan favorite, of course, from the Call of Duty world. I first got to see Raid. I think the first time I got to play it because I wasn't around back in the day was like COD Mobile.
余裕だなくらいですよ。なんでスマホいじってんだよお前。
This map lit.
Oh, the map is so good. Like I played a little bit of it in Black Ops 2, but it's been my favorite map in the game right now. Like bar none. It's so clean. It just like everything about it. Like I'm cheesing out right now. Like the 4v4 that we've been casting over the past 2 maps, I feel like I understand what's going on at like almost all times. That is a new feeling for me. It's been a couple of years, and now just to add to that, as nice as the 4v4 is, one of the greatest maps of all time. For Control though, so I will say any experience these players have on it from back in the day will only come from Hardpoint and
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly,
Search and Destroy Control's a little bit of a new one, so these guys still trying to figure out what the best strats are going to be for each of their teams. But Miles, again, I'm just cheesing out. I'm happy to be here.
Ready to rock and roll, but here we go. One thing we may have noticed in the build-up to this event is that Control maps can get very ugly very, very quickly. The spawn traps, the damage can be dealt from a very dominant team. But here we go. A solid start now from Dallas Empire once again. The white arrows on the minimap as they are starting to cut their way through. Capturing A, 1 tick complete.
Second
now, and you can see the pressure now mounting his Crim.
Yeah.
He is slaying it. 3 kills in a row. Not a problem whatsoever.
そうですやん。
He's feeling great with the XM4. This is a weapon I think we're going to see more and more of as the year goes on. I think a lot of the grade 6 players are going to start picking this up just a little bit more often. And, well, you talk about potential spawn traps coming in. That's an interesting spot. He would get the cuts over towards 3, over towards Kitchen. But as he's dealt with, now Empire need a new direction. Who's waiting for the challenges to come through. He's able to find one with his teammates. Looks like he should get hunted down and shot in the side. Eventually, he is taken care of, and the pull pressure so far being dealt with by the subliner very, very well. Starting just now work their way over towards this B point. They do not yet have a tick of progression.
Solid amount of kills so far. There is 11 lives. Make it 10 now remaining for the New York subliners. The life indicator just underneath their name tag on the right-hand side. 9 lives left to the 17 of Dallas Empire. And while the action's unfolding, it'd be fantastic to hear how our world champs are doing. It's now time for an Astro Gaming Listen In with Dallas Empire.
Ah, これ VC つくんだ。
He's mid somewhere? He's on their heady. He's on their heady. Low B heady. Hear you? He's one shot. Take your time, take your time. I'm trying to get his kitchen. I'm trying to get his kitchen. He's still on that heady, bro. Tiki, close there. Close. Oh my god. He's behind us, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, behind us on the pillar. Get time. He's on the pillar.
He's on pillar, that's all you.
I got him. I basketball. I'm on your top.
I'm on money.
I'm getting on it. I fell.
He's money. Watch for me.
Yo, water steps. Stairs. He's watch out, you guys. I got him.
One is money. You got flash money.
Keep happy.
I think we're gonna pull ups. I don't see him.
Behind me, yeah, here, top. Clay full punch.
Dead.
I got 2. Money. And L dead.
Okay, we should be happy. Just play the kill. We're in kills.
He's one.
Yeah, we capped it.
Good shit, Porter.
Yep, let's go, yeah.
You guys are fucking.
さっき普通に 4v4 かなんかでさ、2枚ここ抜いたのすごいよな。あのプル抜いて抜けたのがすごいよ。
Okay, Chance. We saw a little bit of everything and heard a little bit of everything during that one. Crim 6. What an opening.
Absolutely. I would say Hook's analysis of that first round is much better than any I'm allowed to give on broadcast, I would say. But clean and easy round, bro. You're 1 round deep. He's got 12 kills to his name. He's doubled up on pretty much everyone else in the lobby. And that is a terrifying sight, I would say, for the rest of the league. If Crim is piecing, the guys he has behind him, if those are the ones that don't have to do much on the map, that is, it's just fearful. Just puts fear right in your heart.
Yep. Let's see how we go. It's going to be a B push right off the rip. It only comes down to Crim, who's managing to find a couple. He's sitting in the very, very back end of the basketball court there. Finds one. Pressure now mounting shots. He starts to reinforce. Bit of a pinch now developing. Crim once again, seemingly unkillable. Stuns are landing, you name it. The man is posted up here. Finally, DiamondCon finds him, brings him down. Shotsy now trying to cut out those players as DiamondCon is actually staying alive here in the little tiki hut. He's serving out drinks.
They
may be able to secure the first tick. Meanwhile, over on A, we've got a bit of presence there as well. And it is going to be Clay getting that basically done all on his own. Illy's finally come through, but the B tick, it will be completed. A now made safe. Not going to be draining it. Again, a very valuable tactic to be applied as a defensive team. If you put your players on the point, you will drain the progress that an attacking team has made. And for now, the battle's still raging to beat, Chance.
And quite a few things going on as well. If you look at Shotsy on the minimap, number 1, he's playing mid-map Zig or over towards Lambo. This is just to keep the subliner spawning on the B side of the map. They are going to know pretty consistently exactly where the subliners are going to be. Just 2 players left around over towards this B point. There's a lot of finesse by Hook going around inside the hill. Comes up from the water, does get dealt with. But again, everyone on the Empire knows because Shotsy is still putting in work on the bottom right side of the minimap. They do not have to worry about A at all. Everything is going to be in the C point. They just want to, at the very least, keep life advantage, which admittedly they only have 1 up right now because this B point is surely going to go through eventually. That is going to fall. Now the pressure towards A, and this is why Shotsy was here, just to keep these players at bay, and Clay immediately sniffs them out, deals with them, and now you can start heading towards Ring.
Focus all their efforts now towards this position. I think that was a stick, maybe just a bit of a tag there. Hook and Crim now on the point. Illy laying prone there as well. Shotzi's about to pull him back off spawn. The damage has already been dealt though. Mac finds himself 2 before going down. DiamondCon's involved. Shotsy can't even get out of top laundry. as he is cleaned up immediately. Now the reinforcements starting to come through for the Dallas Empire. Trophies are down. Positioning now being fortified as the New York Subliners. Big progress. Look how fast that point's being captured. 2 ticks. They've got to make 1 push, at least to contest. Here comes the first kill. Krim finds 1. Trades are out once again, and it's going to be on to Illy. Can he find any more kills? This is beautiful stuff. They've finally managed to clear the point. The lives are still good. 3 remaining now for Dallas Empire. 7 for the New York Subliners. It was costly. They may have just been able to stop it. Back onto the point we go for the Subliner's shots. He can't contest. And a fantastic end to the round there for New York.
I think that round from New York, that'll be probably one of the more standard types of rounds on offense control, on rate at least, that we're going to see. A lot of teams like to just immediately off the rip, just keep putting that pressure over towards B, because if the other team doesn't respond well, like if Shotzi is not playing over towards that Lamborghini, if he gives up the angles just enough, he'll stop blocking their spawns, and then you just spawn up right on top of the A point. So you can afford to flood B at the start because now you know your spawns are going to be a lot closer towards ring. And again, we saw it. If there is ever a moment where you can get a 3 or 4 stack on top of the point, you start getting that progression done incredibly fast.
Many bodies on the point makes light work. Straight towards A we go for Dallas. Only going to be Krim watching the center of the map, looking for the aggression there. Trophy's down, fortifying the point. Mac in top one. Watching the steps. The damage has been dealt, but the first tick is basically complete. No one really has an angle. Clay's trying to get involved. He's got to put himself at risk to find this, and he will risk it for the biscuit. Finds 2 just before the trade. Illy now shows up, finds himself a couple of kills, keeps the capture going. Dallas looking very, very clean here. Favorable trades. Will the Subliners be able to get in there and stop this before it gets out of hand? Illy, what a big win that was. And Chance, you can say goodbye to A.
Done in just a moment. They're able to get 3 kills along the way. And by the way, Hook was already roaming over towards this B side. Unfortunately for him, all of the Subliners are going to spawn up in basketball, but he's still able to get 1 kill. And once again, Shotzi, the man putting the pressure on the map, he's on the full flank, but now the Subliners starting to spawn behind them. So if they don't play this quickly, they're going to have problems. That's exactly what Shotzi is going to recognize. Unfortunate timing for him. Clay's going to take him down, and for the moment, the Subliners have at least stabilized their spawn. That pressure on B, though, getting a little bit dicey, but Mac able to pick up 2 for money. Massive kills from him. Subliners doing a phenomenal job of clearing out their base.
Yeah, shout out to Mac. That was a killer 2-piece to really keep the zone safe. Krim and Illy now making the charge across poolside, and what a finding the angles. Clay's finding these kills, and Illy, does well. With that, Illy's in. Now trying to apply the pressure. Can he keep that side of the map safe? Can he allow the rest of the squad to make their way forward? Here comes Hook. Here come the numbers. Krim's now still watching it from what looks to be the top of house. Diamond from money. Finds the first. Keeping that site safe, and Mac now getting involved from pull steps. Beautiful stuff. The Subliners, they're holding this on the defense chance. They still are losing out by the life count. It's 11-6 overall now. As long as they can keep these kills coming, a minute left on the clock.
They have made quite a bit of progress, though. They were down by, I think, 7 or 8 lives at one point. Empire, well, they've tried to flood through the front quite a few times. They've been getting punished. Now trying to work their way through kitchen. You see Subliners responding to it well, though. Players creeping in the back, and Clay again able to take down Shotzi. He does get traded out, but Asim is there for the support. You try to flood through the front, you get stuffed. You try to go through kitchen, you get stuffed for at least a moment, but that is enough to buy hoof pressure towards the hill. He's by himself, and he is surrounded, but doing a really nice job of keeping these players in money at bay as the Subliners now trying to flank around through basketball.
Diamond manages to get it done. Clay finds another one as well. That could be the opening. It comes to Shotzi now. He does have Illy to back him up. You have to just work with these tiny spaces. Clay once again wins a huge close-range gunfight. And here we go. It's going to be Hugh and Illy making their way through the pool. They're going to be going up against Clayster any moment now. Clay keeps the run going. 3 kills. Illy finally brings him down. That's the lives out. It's a 2 versus 1. 3, 4. Illy with another fist. Gets it done. Oh boy, he names himself. It's just chaos. 13 seconds left on the clock. Shotzi does manage to contest with 11 seconds. Seaman Clay. You got to bring him down. Illy's watching the back. Clay once again comes up clutch. Now to Illy, charge forward. Matter of seconds remaining. Illy, oh baby! Illy gets it done again. And what a round for Dallas.
The man.
負けたのでやばいなと思ったけど。
Clutch Miles. The 1v2 towards the end, but just Clean, efficient work.
絶対無理する局面じゃなかったっしょ。
This was the moment, by the way, for Mac. Him picking up those 2 kills, that was the only reason the subliners were able to even keep it close, because they were down by about 7 or 8 lives. Either way, though, Illy, the consistent dagger in the side of the New York subliners. Again, we saw the 1v3 early on in the search and destroy, 1v2 towards the end of control, and 23 objective kills for him as well.
Man.
And only 26 total, so that man is putting in some serious work.
Putting in the work. Crim and Hook right off the rip here on defense. Making A look safe. Mac wins 1 in the middle. Nice to see for now. He's got a lot of work cut out for him, though. He's got to try to keep these players at bay. Can't quite get it done. Decent progress on towards B there. But he's playing far forward. Like, he's more worried about the players coming in off of spawn as he lets Diamond capture this alone. But again, New York, that was a tough round for them, Chance. Now as they try to hold this one down, it'd be fantastic if we get an Astro Gaming listen in with the New York subliners.
Nothing in L.
Money. I got 1 money. I'm holding kitchen for you guys.
I'm pushing your L, yeah, I'm pushing your L.
Red Lambo, going back to pillars. 2 A sides, there's 2 pushing on their A side, dude. Heard you. They both push dark, guys. They both push dark.
Yeah, there's one close on point.
One's yellow Lambo on me.
I'm gonna go drive jungle, give me a sec.
Are you pushing jungle? Okay, ready?
あ、ここだと湧くんだね、ここで。
Nothing on the heady, nothing on the heady.
I'm close.
Randy kills this spawn behind
Let's
it.
just double pinch him. Let's just double pinch him.
We gotta get art.
Yeah, they're definitely not. P5
Utter dead, and I got pinched in jungle.
One's gonna be behind us. Jungle, one's gonna be kitchen.
Yo, he's gonna be in our
Okay, yeah. I'm looking Jim. Yeah, Jim.
Back Jim.
I got one here. I'm still pushing up.
One shot, one blue van, one yellow car, yellow Lambo next to you.
One
back van.
On the cars though. You saw on the van
in the corner. One more on me.
Relatively clean here, as we can hear from the New York subliners, trying to keep control here. And Mac, once again, 22 and 22 overall. A little bit of bad timing there as Shotzzy cuts him down. And Chance, I mean, anything to take away from that, he sounded all right. I mean, this is match point right now for Dallas.
I mean, if anything, I just learned that, like, no matter how chaotic the map might look, it's nowhere near the same level that it's been for the past 2 years. Even with situations where you have players spread across the map, everyone incredibly aware of exactly what's going on. The unfortunate thing for the subliners, they've just been busy getting spawn killed. They have yet to get complete art control in the slightest. Hook with the shot punch, gonna take down another, and Shotzzy still over towards this back garage area. A menace on the map. Shotzzy again constantly causing problems. Finally, they're able to get a breath of fresh air on this control, but that's just to get art. Now you gotta go towards the hill. Illy able to find one. Mac trying to stay alive because he gets made 1 shot, and this ring control still being held by the Empire, who have that 3-life lead.
3 lives for now. Just over 40 seconds on the clock. Clay trying to make the approach. Catches a wild Illy out and about before being taken down by Crim. Crim now trying to get in behind on the spawns. Diamond's got to take care of him. While we start to see Asim get a bit of a capture there on the point. Mac will finally take care of Crim in the back of their base. So now you have an open lane to work with for the New York subliners. But the draining of the point there is A, will no longer be available really to grab. Now solid defense been set up. You have a lot of work to do for the subliners, and Hook's behind you. Oh no, Hook is in your base. He's cutting you down. He's taking care of these players. 20 seconds left, and it's all onto Asim and Chance. I think we can safely say that Dallas Empire have smashed the gates open here in the 2021 Call of Duty Kickoff Classic.
And we certainly expect nothing less from the reigning world champs. And again, you have to acknowledge this is not a match where we are drawing any long-term conclusions about any team, right? New York, they are coming on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the
and Gunless effectively got their kickstart into the pro scene together when they came up with E-United, so they have that chemistry. And then Looney and Octane, teammates from back in the day. Octane has been very open and honest about it. Used to just hate teaming with Looney. Because Looney is one of the smartest players in the league, has an incredibly good concept of what he wants to do on the map. And there wasn't enough maturity in the early days for those 2 players to get along, but that is in years past. Now they are excited to be back together. I think this is just a team with just an absolute ton of potential. I mean, again, Gunless, he's been the best player at any given point for the past few years, but it never stays for a long time. Octane, arguably the best AR. People were saying that in a year where he was constantly just getting bullied out. He still was able to be thought of as impressive.
Well, here we go, where it's a treat. It's a raid hard point, and already the kills are flowing. Very, very excited to see how both these teams can shake off what was a tough year and What a great way to get it done against each other. LAG finding those first 3 kills. Nice way to start getting the points going. Look at the mid-map control as well for Los Angeles Guerrillas. That's going to be number 8. That's going to be Apathy. The Papathy right there on your screen. Finding them shots through the wall. Looney's gone. Looney takes Octane with him. A mistake, no doubt. But so far, nice start there from the Guerrillas.
Yeah, you know, maybe not the early chemistry we were looking to see from the squad, the team kill coming through, but either way, the approach over towards this ring hill, well, Octane maybe just able to do a little bit by himself in the moment. The nade's going to take him down, but you see what the Guerrillas are trying to do. They had 3 players making sure that they handle the rotation next. They were not nearly as concerned about this ring time in Vivid, winning a very nice gunfight towards the middle of the map. You see the spread that they have. 2 players for right now, the LA Guerrillas sitting around the middle of the map. Apathy doing what he can to find some kills, and even when they fall, still 10 seconds have gone by. Now you know those gunfights purely coming from the front of the kitchen.
Right through the front. Still finding one in the back, still getting them done as well. And Looney and Gunners making their way through money now. Still making quick work of both of them. That's going to be that. Nice hold. Apathy from the front line. And once again, it's going to be that AR of Assault, XM4. We'll talk about it time and time again. The rest of Cold War's life cycle, seen plenty more of them go. And Apathy, again, of course, getting to stick it to the old org. Octane takes him down there. Not a bad start whatsoever for Los Angeles Guerrillas. Seattle Surge still playing from the back foot. A bit of time here to be had. Pristini, this is going to be a 1v3 situation. He's going to get himself out of that one. Rotation's already underway, but Vivid, he's the only player here for LAG in a position to maybe make some damage. How much time can he buy? Not enough. Gunless finds the big win there.
And we're looking for a full 60 on this hill if you're Seattle Surge, obviously because they're down in the game, but because of how good of a setup and how much time they had to get exactly what they want. A couple players are going to fall, though, and you see that weight room is open. Apathy already through. Octane's going to be looking for him, but 2 players on the cross. First one dealt with, and at the very least, contest time coming through. Maybe just a little bit, but not the worst thing for the Guerrillas. Now you got a couple of players trying to just do a little bit of damage. Silly working his way through the front. Not a ton for him to find, and so far so good. Very stable hold for the Surge.
Vivid now through the front, can't get it done. That's pretty much that. You can chalk it now, look towards next. Left-hand side of the minimap now starting to lock on up. The LAG will do what they can to take care of this next bit of time. Pristini, he's going to lead the charge. Looney just behind him here, and on the top side of the map is going to be Octane, locking that one down. This is a good hold, a good bit of time, able to get much more closer. As the final 10 roll out, basketball court about to pop wide open, and it is going to be Silly there, the first player in on the fight. Battle now raging inside kitchen, and here we go. Pristini the first to go down. Looney finds another one. Apathy there picks up the pair of them. Wonderful work coming out of LAG. They will retain control for now.
And just a very strong shut-up on the rotation. Now you got 2 players worried about the front side of basketball. Silly going to be leading that charge. Another 2 players in kitchen. Assault and Apathy able to pick up 2 apiece. And you can see just the presence kitchen is going to have. Now Assault can go for the rat back as those players in the front. Octane doing a nice job to at least find one, but the setup too strong. Nice little hold here from the Guerrillas. And in my mind, this is a team that if they're able to get the setups that they want, they will have a great deal of success.
Here we go. Lining up for another push. Seattle Surge now starting to wind up. Looney trying to find something from up top. Assault's going to find one. He's hurt real bad. Gets a lot of damage out though as LAG managed to find a few more kills. And Silly still holding that time. Octane and Gunners, the assault rifles working in the backside there. But this has been a fantastic hold here on basketball court. LAG starting to pull this one away from them. Now we go back smack bang in the middle of the map. Octane trying to lock down this side of this. Upstairs by pillars, and Assault goes down as well. It's not quite 3 for LaRue, but he will get a couple more there. Hardpoint flips wide open into the hands of Seattle Surge. How long can they hold it for, Chance? There's a lot of lanes to cover here.
Well, Looney right now, he's wasting the time at 2 different players. He gets taken down by Ring, but his teammates have filled in the slots. Octane now responsible for this side of the map, and you see he knows, just needs to waste that time. Assault's going to get hunted down for Pristini. Beautiful teamwork coming in from Surge. The only thing right now open is pull steps. Octane knows it, immediately wins the gunfight, and this hold's still very strong. Another player trying to flood in through pool steps. We already know Octane's watching that. Meanwhile, you're trying to come through kitchen. Gunless knows exactly where to look. Talk about a hill, maybe getting a full 60 on. That was on Tree that the Surge was able to put in quite a bit of work. The bounce back that they absolutely need. Of course, so with just 10 seconds left, you're setting up for Ring that entire time. Ready for that next
He's just at the top-down view. So many angles. Basically 4 different positions you could be hit from in that hard point. So you're now trying to creep his way in. Finds the first. It's a bit of a creep. And he creep. Keep going here. Vivid now starting to reinforce. Looney by the white van. Octane and Gunless starting to make their way in off of spawn. It's that player towards Zig. It's on Apathy. He's got a big role to play here. He's going to take on those players in mid. And it looks like we may see it in the kill feed. It's a 1v2. He's holding them back while the contest comes through from Looney. Apathy manages to find one in the mid. Looney still going here. And that was a long contest. But LAG just about come out on top. Assault with a big win from Top Laundry. With that, buying a ton of space. Silly trying to keep the fire there, going with a 74U at the front line. And I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the LAG.
And this is a beautiful rotation potentially coming in with like 35 seconds left. Vivid already started wrapping over towards money just to make sure that they can keep that kitchen side of thing. And actually a big gunfight going down. Pristini wins a massive one over towards basketball, potentially to open things up for the team. That's who Silly's going to look for. But Pristini by himself in this situation, trying to make some hero plays just for the rotation at the Gorillas. They've put up a massive 80-point lead so far. Gorillas with those back spawns, they'll be able to overwhelm shortly, finally deal with Pristini. Now they can flood the hill.
It's a beautiful bit of bait and switch there. Lovely teamwork coming out of Silly and Apathy there. Now the break in towards the backside of Kitchen. Pristini's trying to get in from the front, but LAG have just come in and stole this one. Pristini on the front. Trying to buy some time, get the reinforcements through. See those players from spawn now lining up through mid. Silly in the side of the kitchen. You got money taken care of. Pristini now trying to crawl his way through, and it's just broken glass and shells all over the floor there. And Assault lines him up, finds himself too. That's a great bit of work. And again, a good hold. Gorillas not letting this one go whatsoever. Over to the dad himself, Apathy now. Trying to make the charge in on towards the next. He's basically got to win the rotation alone. It's like a 1v3 situation right now. Pristini watching on the left-hand side. And Apathy can slay out. If he can stay quiet, he can use this position and make a play happen here just as they go towards the break. But Chance, it's going to take a bit of time. Silly's going to try and lead the charge. That could well be it. Here comes the peeks. Here comes the pokes. Apathy finds a big one onto his former teammate. Up to Pristini next. And the trade's not quite there yet. Pristini now lying this one alone. Finally goes down. And there is one player left of Surge. It's on Looney. You can clean him out and you can call the hard point yours.
Dude, in all of that was set up because of Apathy on the rotation. He maybe got 2 kills the entire time, but that started with 35 seconds left on the kitchen hill. That Apathy started making these plays, wins big gunfights, and he made sure that he doesn't take any gunfights he doesn't need to until his teammates have set up to block all the spawns. It allows them to get that break. That is clinical work from the veteran. It gives them the early dub, 251-23 in a dominant, clinical, stagnant at times performance. That is just some classic Call of Duty right there, Mark.
That's some class right there. Shout out again to Apathy. What a great play.
This is not a roster that when you look at, it does not like put fear in your heart, right? It's not like these are the guys that are world starring everybody constantly. But when you think about the switch to 4v4, when you think about just the switch of the type of game we have compared to last year, this could be a team that ends up going, just like being incredibly impressive, incredibly strong. You have to harp on the fact that, again, world champs in the last 4v4 game we had. And of course, Vivid, maybe a little bit of pressure on him to continue the types of performance we saw last year as a very aggressive push towards B's coming out.
Man, so aggressive. And the way this is played out, I mean, we're going to see Seattle Surge try to retake from the center of the map. Apathy, bomb in hand. They were looking to find kills, but it looks like Seattle Surge, the tactical retreat, they managed to keep their lives intact. Oh, great angle from Looney. Takes care of Assault. That's first blood. Bomb will go down though. Slight reshuffle, and there's a perfect 2-2 split as Vivid. He's now in a world of trouble. Silly and Apathy now lined up. They were all very closely hunched. Can Silly find a pick onto Looney? Tags are there. Immediate reposition. I like this, but I think he may have just let Pristini slip through. That aggression coming through now. Just over 20 seconds left on the bomb, and Pristini started to make this look a lot easier. Apathy managed to win in the back. The bomb site is not quite safe yet. It's on Vivid now. And Pristini wins another big one. He's got himself just over 10 seconds to jump on the bomb. Last player left alive, and Apathy stays alive. He may not get the kill, but he's going to get the round. Big round from App.
Oh, just too clean from him. And again, just that veteran type of play and knowledge. He knows that Pristini just killed his teammate over towards the van. He knows that the 7.5 seconds to get the defuse have not gone by. Takes his time, plays it perfectly, goes out for the challenge. And talk about just being in a delicate situation. Goes from one shot, gunless, not clicking up on the challenge. Apparently, Apathy did this entire thing by himself. What the hell, man?
That was sick.
Didn't even realize how delicate that was for him. But talk about a hell of a round. Stays alive the entire time. Looney not even expecting to get shot. I assumed he was thinking Gunless was going to be there for the trades. But either way, Apathy able to throw up 3 kills, win the round. And that's in spite of the first blood that Looney was able to get.
Nasty. Next round. Oh, Apathy keeping it going. First blood right off the rip. Just that creep to work. Same for information. Looks like Looney is going to get the bomb down. Almost there. No, he doesn't get it down. Vivid, he comes out of nowhere. And with that, we are in trouble. It's a 3v2 right now. Seattle Surge, Octane and Gunless doing what they can to pull this one back. Silly and Apathy versus Octane versus Gunless. Silly and Apathy moving on towards that B1 side. You know the bomb was down there, so you have to see these players of Seattle Surge go for the retake. And they're going to take the scenic route. Good news is Silly has the back covered, that left-hand side of the map. Apathy watching throughout the center. He has eyes on the bomb site. He does have to worry about that art room to the right-hand side and the driveway. But it looks like Octane and Gunless, they're going to commit through mid, maybe through kitchen now.
Either way, they've taken a lot of time to do this. Silly's been back here waiting the entire time, has the information, does the smart thing. If you got bombed down, you're not in a hurry. The pressure's on the other team, so Octane and Gunless starting to make these moves around the back with just 20 seconds on the clock, and you see what the Gorillas are doing. They've just gone. They still have bomb control over towards Art. One player sitting in ring, and Octane doesn't know where to look. You gotta go. You got 10 seconds.
Gotta go, find the kills, and that's it. Gorillas cut them down. It was scorched earth, man. I mean, they just let it rip. They were like, sure, you can have laundry. Yeah, no worries, we'll back on up. We're gonna make sure we have one eye on the bomb site at all times, and that was that. Big brain plays coming out of the former world champs. Dude, Apathy once again, what a great round. Like, can we stop singing his praise? Once he stops playing fantastically, then maybe we will. A nice round. Surge, just so hard for them to make anything work out there.
I mean, Apathy alone in these 1.5 maps that we've seen is making some of the smarter plays than we've seen in years past, just because the game allows for it. It's so beautiful, and I'm not going to get over this, dude. I'm just excited for the year at this point. But either way, only 2 rounds up. As now you got the spread from Gorillas just playing for picks. And, well, again, if there's one thing we do not doubt about Octane, it's his ability to win long-range gunfights. The shred machine for the first blood.
Yeah, he found the silver bullets for the beast that was Apathy there. Octane and Looney now just trying to reinforce the site, keep everything all stable. Vivid. Moving on over. Silly's going to be bringing up the bomb just behind them there, so it is going to be an A plant. You still have to worry about the coverage that the Seattle Surge has got. Pristini, that's a wonderful kill just from the back. Slows this right down, gives a lot more information out, but again, Seattle Surge are not completely buying that A is the play. They still have to towards the B site as well. Gunless, in Pristini now. Silly's trying to make the poke. Nice work from Assault. Finds one. Gunless now going to make his way forward. Assault going up against Gunless. Down, and that's going to be a very tough situation for Silly to be in a 1 versus 2. 20 seconds remaining. They can keep one eye on the bomb site. That could well be it. Silly, can you find 2 kills in 15 seconds? There's the first. The second one could be there. If Silly repeats, it's going to go straight to the bomb. Final 10 seconds. And here we go. Looney, check that bomb. And this could be it. There it is. Played perfectly. Looney, nerves of steel.
The trade. Very happy to have the trigger discipline OP and help Seattle Surge get their first round win, I should say.
Octane with that first blood. Ooh, Looney making it look very, very comfortable so far for Seattle Surge. It's on Assault and Silly now. Worried about the bomb push towards A. But again, that 2-2 split, we've seen Seattle Surge play this a few times. Gunless and Octane working together. Looney now and Pristini making their way in towards B. B's a wide open site. Assault can check it. Not super easy to watch it. We'll see how this one goes. Now the commit. In on towards B. Assault has one opportunity to find this, and that's it. Pristini, right place, right time. Beautiful timing. Octane's going to lie in wait. Seattle Surge, another squeaky.
Much more concerned because Vivid's calling out, hey, and the bait was set up perfectly. Looney just lying in wait with that trap set to get the next kill. And then a nice little rotation over towards the B site in thereafter, but just nice control of the map. Nice rotations coming through. Potentially more AR gunfights coming from top AR from Silly.
Pristini, beautiful shots. 6 and 2 overall for him. Now the pressure starting to mount over towards this B site. Apathy trying to find something here. Assault brought the AR down to the lower end of the circle. Oh my god, the shots there. Apathy's just trying to create something. trying to create an opportunity
サジはあれだな、ここから上がるところだけ見る。
still have Silly watching
と
the
りあえず
flank
見
as
よ
well.
うっていう
I
あれ
mean,
なんだ
it's
ろ
tough.
う、見方は。
He's got to watch the flank. He's trying to provide the help here towards top laundry. And with that, a lot of gunfights, a lot of shots being had, but not a lot of progression. Assault's now trying to make something happen here.
He's creeping up, but again, even just the idea of trying to plant this bomb, you need top laundry control or mid-map control. Right now, they have neither. The trade on Octane not coming through yet. Apathy's going hunting, but Bristini, perfect timing from the middle of the map. He gets traded, but Silly by himself, and just like that, round done and dusted. Shout out to Bristini, made it happen. Gets the first blood through the middle of the map, and he just knows needs to stay in the position. You would assault and Apathy doing.
Looks like with that bomb, Looney looking to find something here. Octane bringing the AR close. Look at this angle just from this doorway all the way to that left-hand side of the laundry building. Looks like Pristini's made it in. Finds the first. Assault's in trouble. Pristini looking dangerous. Such aggression right now. Tags him from the side. He may be able to get away with his life here. A fantastic nade from Vivid up over the top. And with that, you just about stop it. But man, the damage has been done. Another brilliant round from Pristini. Silly. Situation now. This could be tough. Slow and steady. He's crept forward. There's the angle. Can he find it anymore? Trade should come through immediately. Seattle surge back to back to back. 4-2 now, Chance. Drowning him out.
This is just beautiful work once again from Bristini. Trusts himself to win a gunfight so easily that he stopped shooting just a moment before, but comes and picks up the second kill, and then of course the spot that Vivid had.
問題就活生の平均エントリー者数は答えは平均2
had to put himself in basketball just to take down Bristini. He trapped himself on the right side. That allows Gunless to come over towards cover and get the trade. 4 rounds in a row from the Surge. 2 rounds in a row where Bristini has absolutely been that guy. We'll see if he can keep it going as, of course, the A push coming through from the Gorillas. Octane's going on the wide peak from outer. Might have a gunfight here very quickly. That's what Apathy is looking for, but little shark in the water. They do not have that information on Bristini laying down in that corner.
Octane's quite far out. Wouldn't have seen too much. Dries himself off, rehydrates. Ooh, Octane poked out a little too far there and took a couple of tickles, but with that, bomb going down at A. Slow and steady retake now. Actually, maybe nothing slow about it. Bristini, he is that guy. Finds the first blood. Nade's not good enough. 6 HP. I mean, his life flashed before his eyes and it was Raid. You can tell he's a COD fan. 30 seconds remaining. So he's got to hold this position. Pristini tagged up heavily. Here comes the trade. Looney and Gunners make their way through. The kills are looking sweet. Vivid, what are you going to do? Nothing. Cut down in flames. Pristini on the defuse. What a search it's been from this man.
Pristini ボムに入って相手を動かしたりしたから、
the entire team as well. Pristini does get that like opening play, and again they did not have the information that he was laying down in the corner, and of course just to get the first kill. But the important part for him is as soon as he gets it, he's not looking around for more information. He's not looking for a second gunfight. He slides back into his corner, his little home, and just tries to stay alive. And that buys his teammates all the time in the world to swarm through mid-map. You know all the pressure is going to be coming through either the steps or they're going to be at back mansion, and you get the job done. Clinical stuff right now from Seattle Surge, looking phenomenal on Raid.
I think there was a lot of talk about how this team should be really good at Search, and we are not disappointed whatsoever. However, Apathy straight to the front line. 1, 2, woohoo! What a start! It's like I've had enough of this. Final game's over. However, it's a 2v2 now. The ARs of Octane and Gunless make their way forward, going up against Vivid and Assault. And it's a big old wrap. Again, that scenic route. Assault's read it though. Yeah. Get to the back. Make sure they don't hit this. Timing could be good. Timing could be great. Assault smart enough to back up.
なんかさっき見たぞこのシーン。
They
アパシの方引いてくるな。ビビットの方引いてくるやろこれ。ほら。
They have so much more time on the clock, but you see Gorillas responding in the exact same way. They know that they have the bomb down over towards Ring. They felt the pressure coming in through Laundry. Now Vivid has mid-map control. He's playing the deep corner to watch mid and kitchen. And they just know. They know exactly where Surge are. He's going on the wrap. He wants to get Laundry control on the flank. Might be perfect. I don't know if Gunless will be aware.
Vivid, he's sprinting by. Hello. 20 seconds remaining. Gunless in a 1v2. If you can find the kills, great. He's got to play fast, though. Checking corners. Are they going to peek it? Most likely not. They know the bomb's down on the site. Another beautiful round. Fantastic execution from the LA Guerrillas. Oof. No time like the present at 5-3. This is map point. Seattle Surge.
And it really was just great decision making too, because if it doesn't go on the flank, and pretty much if he doesn't get it at that exact time, if Octane gets the bomb planted for Top Laundry and Gunless is up there, it becomes near impossible to win that round. The fact that he was able to time it perfectly, because I'm thinking if you got the cuts to mid-map, you can swing through and just try to look at the bomb from there, but he goes for the commitment, and the rotational battles from the Guerrillas have been on point. Unfortunately, First Blood's in dealing with Brasini a little bit less so, as of course Surge still one round away. Brasini, though, he's the one that gets picked off. Massive kill from Silly. Third time the charm from top up.
Ooh, Looney with a nice response. It's literally hit and run. Oh boy, no running now. Octane has started to gun him. Looney still trying to control mid. Apathy, in and out he goes. Great movement. Gunless in mid. Can't quite win it. That could be it. That could be it. Silly now in a 1v2, almost getting the kill, but it was almost that. 6-3. Seattle Surge are going to tie out the series, and you love to see it. What an exciting matchup that was.
Those minute improvements to their setup, but not just completely run away from it. I just love it. It's that good classic Call of Duty feel, and this is why it's incredibly difficult to predict what teams are going to be the best or where exactly everybody is going to be at, because there are so many teams like both of these squads that have so much potential, Miles.
Yeah, potential is definitely a good way of looking at it. Garrison control. Here we go. Right off the rip. Interesting to see how this one will go. It's going to be LAG on offense, trying to capture. Looks like Apathy's going to be first in there on that B point. And you know what? You know what? I've had enough of both starts. It's about time we go straight into feet first. And Astro Gaming listening with Seattle Surge.
Are you ready? You ready?
Radio, one bullet, one bullet. Three. Last guy, four. They're gonna be close. They can be caution. Yeah, I'm looking. Oh, yeah, he's already out. Caution. Trying to get green. Nice, get up. One. Keep investing. Stay alive, Dan. Mouse, Dan. You good? You have green.
Water tank and vent. Water tank and vent.
Water tank weak. I can kill green. Oh, green dead. Got him. Nice. One's on me. Got him. First ups. Nated it.
First ups.
He's got him.
We're missing that. Probably vent room.
Go ahead, dead off.
We have not killed that. I'm looking in our vent.
I just ran through vent.
Yeah, he could be in there.
I'm front P2.
Reese, I'm looking over you. Two here. Another one here.
Clean comms from Seattle Surge with a nice start here. 25 seconds remaining right now, and the defense has been solid, Chance.
And I'll just say again, when we're talking about like Looney being a very smart player, it is some of the plays that we saw in Search and Destroy. An even better example, just sort of like the general on the map, keeping everybody incredibly aware of where every single player is going to be, if they're crossing, what needs to get done. Looney always on point, but right now it's the Guerrillas on the actual point. A tick and a half of progression all the way through. Apathy pushed up in lights. Doesn't necessarily need the spawn kills, but want to make sure that he keeps nice and controlled. Vivid, of course, responsible for top green. Beautiful setup that they have here right now, but Brasini with the aggression might be able to make things spicy on B.
Oh, they've got to finish B. There's the contest. Looney's in there to contest it. The clock is now let loose. 5 seconds. Get on it. Assault wins the 1v1. He wins the fight. Looney's going to keep there on the contest. 2-1. That is it. Seattle Surge, they close out a very good defensive round. And oh boy, there was a moment there where I thought we were going to get to see a little bit more of that first round, Chance. Solid start from Seattle.
Great plays from Apathy. This is what opened up the attack originally on the site, but again, it was Brasini. You get that top green control. You can start shooting players in the back. It is incredibly delicate. That is absolutely one of the power positions that needs to be held while you're capping B. You can do it from out in green like we saw Vivid attempt to do, from Sky Tank, from over towards Caution. You do have options, but as soon as Brasini gets through, that can just be the dagger of a round. By the way, Brasini, of course, having a very nice series so far.
Board now, LAG, who will be taking the offense here. Seeing the pressure now mounting. Surge getting finally on the point. Sorry, LAG's on defense. You know what? I've said enough. Why don't we go to a quick Astro Gaming listen in with Los Angeles Guerrillas.
てるセンター。
I don't see him mid. Could have gone pit. Mid take right next to you. Ran up our side mid. No, he's still mid tank. Tank left side. One shot mid. Still there. Nice. Oh, he got back up. I could go vent here again.
Dude, I died a Sam back there mid.
I'm going vent. I'm going vent.
Deep. He's on the truck. Got you. Top 5 Pearson, stand up.
I have you.
Got you. I'm gonna peek off you. Try
you. Press it. One shot you going. He's gonna go cast steps. He's gonna go jet out you.
I got Yeah, I'm A-side right now.
Being calm, so once again, defense seems to reign supreme. Pristini, though, does win a huge engagement. Now, finally stopping the clock, 18.7 seconds remaining. I'm going to go for just a brief moment there to let the nades come past, but the capture has to start working out. I mean, Chance, both teams, brilliant defense rounds so far. We've got to see a change if anyone's going to really walk away with it.
And I would say, honestly, the biggest theme was, well, there's the opening on offense that you were potentially looking for, and a 3-life lead for Seattle Surge. But Gorillas were, at least early on, doing a fantastic job through the middle of the map, just being constantly flanking, being very annoying. So you can see Gorillas, they know what the game plan is. They're down on lives. They're going to give up the B point to make sure that they get complete control of A. And even with the life lead, this is not an easy hill to break in the slightest. You got to deal with the players on the radar tank. You obviously, the nice little spread across the top left side of the map that the Gorillas have. They have bricks control, they have square control, they have hill control, and the full flank is fine. Cheeky angle from Apathy as well. But already that 3-life lead cut down to nada, nice and tie it up. Seattle, they got 50 seconds to make something happen.
Yep, not a lot of time. You do get an additional minute for capturing a point. But the defense, once again, holds over towards the A zone. And here come 2 on the flank. They could catch these players coming off spawn. Apathy, though, guns up, ready to take them on. Looney's going to try to continue to push these players in the back. Apathy does manage to manage. Octane there as the reinforcements get cut down, and Vivid makes the base safe. He finds another as well. And as all these teams manage to find a way to manage one another, Gunless is still trying to keep the play alive. Chance, just over 20 seconds remaining here over towards the A site. And again, you've got to go. You have to get moving. Gunless is trying to slow him down, but man, good management all round.
Yeah, you can see, not easy in the slightest. If you're trying to get to this A point and you're flooding through green, you're probably going to die, just consistently. It is not easy to get past the player that's on the radar truck. There are too many head glitches, too many angles, so it can be near impossible. So that's why Seattle was taking the time to try to go around on the full flanks, and they maybe had one opportunity. You saw the Octane try to just slip out to that side alley, make a bit of a hero play, but got sniffed out. I think it was Vivid that caught him along the way. If you have maybe one good opportunity to flood around the back to get clearance on the hill, if you're not able to get it, round's going to be done and dusted. So just a very respectable job on defense done by the Gorillas, who now, of course, have the opportunity to attack.
Yeah, you got to go big on the attack. I mean, I feel like some love towards A maybe on the offense. I know it's harder to get to. You have to climb through green.
Well,
but you got to try something different, right?
A lot of what we might see a lot of is just a nice sort of spread out on offense, and you're just looking for the kills. And if you ever get the kill inside of green, or the player over by A, like Gunless, makes the mistake, or gets gunned, or pushes in too far, if that player opens up, you got a clear run towards A after that. Then you can flood through green. That's why Gunless plays it passive with an AR. His life incredibly important. But occasionally those opportunities are going to pop up. It's just about the teams recognizing when that happens and taking advantage. Because right now, of course, for the Gorillas, they're just getting bullied out.
Yeah, this is a bullion. They're taking their lunch money. They're taking the trophies with them. Looney trying to just make that front line a little bit more safe. Silly now coming in through that caution, named after the tape. Right in front of them, you can see the push now, slowly but surely, making their way forward from Los Angeles Gorillas. Looney can't find any more. Vivid now starting to build some pace. Assault backing him up. Towards the floating sky tank he goes. Pristini down and out. Now we've got a tiny bit of clearance to work with. Some breathing room for LAG. Going to be one man on the point. First ticket B done. Trying to find some pressure in towards A. And it is going to be on Vivid here on your screen. Trying to slow down the reinforcements. Finds one. Can't quite get the second. Good shots from Looney. Apathy on the flank. There it is. Lovely pinch. Light's position really working out for him, but he's got to dip straight back. Complete the capture at B. And oh my word. He doesn't get it done. There comes one more member of LAG to just secure it. Now we fall to A. Whoop.
Again for the Gorillas, that A control not there. They don't want to flood through a green. It looks like Assault with the AR. He's just going to stay up top, make sure that they themselves do not lose green control. If you can find a pick, that's great. Well, unfortunately for him, Brasini takes him down, but everyone else trying to work on the full flank. Octane in the back of the map. He gets taken down by Mr. One-Shot Apathy. And potentially some spawn kills might start coming in. You got Vivid going all the way around. Octane's prepared to find one. Gets baited out for Vivid for the second. The spawn kill is no longer needed. You can flood towards A. It's just going to be Pristini by himself. He gets the beat down up top green, but either way, the clearance is there. Silly's around the point. Pristini just trying to stay alive. And it's just 2 men for the Gorillas on the point by themselves.
Still there. I mean, it's 2 men, but it's 1 Apathy, and he's just slaying out right now. Still holding the line. Those 3 kills in a row were fantastic. 2 players on the point now. It's going to be a slow and steady cap. They finally clear it off with the death of Apathy there. Now up to Vivid. Looney making his way forward. A beautiful shot. He does manage to get the second, but Assault finds 2 as well. So now it's even Stevens here on the A point. Assault versus Octane here as they're trying to just buy time for their teammates. Assault wins the fight straight back onto the point. Can the reinforcements get there in time?
That was a massive one-on-one just to keep at least a little bit of presence towards the point. Vivid on the flank gets dealt with, but the pressure inside the hill and the double nade from Apathy. 2 ticks already through.
He finds 2 with the sticky. And now he still keeps this going. The tick's finished. Now we're over halfway through the final one. 40 seconds on the clock. Bringing the Krieg 6 to the fight now. Here comes the final push there, and that might have just been it. Vivid, a little late to the party, and that's bad timing. With that death, immediate clearance there. And with that Seattle Surge, they're going to drain that final tick at A. It was so close for LAG there on offense. They've still got a shot at this. They're running low on lives in general, but they can still make this work.
And really, the game clock's more important. 20 seconds left. You got Gunless in the back. He does get taken down, so the flank is open, but only for a few seconds. You get one opportunity to make this work. Vivid wants to kill Gunless again before he makes it happen. Nice read on the back, but he gets the worst timing. He doesn't spot him out. Meanwhile, over towards the point, the time is still ticking. Apathy needs to flood in. There's 3 players on the hill. The move is there for the slide. Octane with 2, and simply not enough time. Octane from inside the hill getting the job done. A very delicate round for Seattle to be able to win, but Miles, they did get the job done. Ooh. Stayed true on defense.
Man, it makes you think if Vivid, he didn't even necessarily have to kill Octane, kill Gunless in that back situation. He could have just pushed on through and created another lane of attack there for the trades on towards the site. That may have changed everything, but man, what a fantastic round of control. Man, it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a very good year, I think. Here we go. Seattle Surge. At point. So this is to take the lead in the series.
Nice little spread on offense again. Just seeing if you can play for picks. Actually, top green gets stacked up pretty hard by the Gorillas. Vivid just hyper aggressive, trying to flood on through. Looney doesn't get the second kill, but the trade is going to be there. A couple picks do go away of Seattle Surge, but not a ton of map control. One player trying to sneak over through under vents. He's going to get picked off, and well, this is going to be more of a standard, looking for a couple kills, but no map control at all. Gorillas again, we saw this on their first round on defense. Just so much pressure they put through the middle of the map, through these tanks. There's so many angles you have to check, and Seattle Surge, it feels like they can't breathe, now being stuck in their own spawn.
This is ideal situation right now for LAG. Deep, taking the wind out their sails. Apathy, hit and run, living up to the name. True guerrilla warfare, and now Looney gets involved. Apathy with the first shots. Apathy with a quick exchange on Octane, almost gets it done there. Assault, now he's trying to fill the gap. Trying to keep that B zone safe. 23 seconds on the clock, has just been frozen, as we do have Looney in there. Oh, wow, okay. Octane just went on a big one. Vivid can't quite catch the full trade. 21 seconds now on the clock, just a brief moment. But they get off of it for a few seconds. With that, the body's starting to stack up over in towards B. LAG now have to start considering that maybe A is where they now lay the defense. Assault's trying to make something happen alone, just a little poke at the defense, but that's not going to be it. B's almost complete, second tick finished. Now it all comes down to A.
Minute and 15 seconds to try to get towards this A point. A double stack over towards green. It's going to be Vivid and Apathy working together. Vivid taking that gunfight against Octane. That is a bold call, but he might actually be able to get out. If Vivid can stay alive and get to the base, the spawn kills can be incredibly annoying to deal with. Vivid is now going to be a massive thorn in Seattle's side. And of course, on the flip side, Octane, the most aggressive player pushed up for his team, he gets taken down. The spawn trap once again here, and you can just see number 8 on the minimap, Gunless. He's looking everywhere. They have no idea where Vivid is. Still the potential for him to just be a massive problem on the map.
Vivid's still out and about. He's still going. Looney might catch him. There's Pristini. Surely Looney gets the kill here, finally. But again, a lot of time purchased with that annoying play. Apathy wins a nice big one up close. Now trying to play the Vivid role. Keep those spawners out. Gunfights in the mid-map, just being shot out. 25 seconds remaining. Force the Seattle to get themselves in on towards the A site. Life count not working out for him. 4 respawns remaining. And after that, it's all done. Apathy wins a few in the middle. There are 2 respawns remaining. 1 now left for Seattle Surge. Octane does finally manage to get onto the point and stop the clock for now. Here comes the push though. 2 members of LAG. Vivid's all it took to finally get him off. A few seconds now remaining. Chance, can anyone get there in time? I don't think it's going to be the case. We're going to a final round.
Going to a round 5, and of course the big question for those of you playing at home is who's going to get defense. I think honestly, if I had to take my guess, I'm pretty sure the Gorillas are going to get it by a fairly decent margin. Defense is selected by whichever team gets more kills over the course of the first 4 rounds. And off the opening break, they are constantly dealt with just so much mid-map pressure. I guessed, and for Gorillas, they need to find a way to get out towards this A site eventually.
That first round wasn't very productive in the kills department from Seattle, so they had a couple of big ones there to keep things going. But that's it. In we go. Vivid finds his first kill. Apathy trying to hold the defense in on towards B as tight as he possibly can. Vivid now trying to make something happen to the player on lights. What a nice poke that was. Second one not quite as effective. Apathy's going to go for the immediate go trade. Gets that. Still trying to make sure that B is safe, and we like to see that. Seattle now trying to reposition for the attack. Here comes the capture. 1 tick done. Apathy, beautiful work. Does find it. There's another player to be had here. It's on Octane. The tags now being exchanged. The nade is going to help, but Flak Jacket saves him only so far as the Semtex crush that little light corridor.
Of course, you see Gunless does get picked from top green, but there's a man, Pristini, to fill in that slot. He wins a big one-on-one. Again, this top green control, the focal point of the map, just to make sure A never goes away. And Pristini, while his teammates are getting a few kills, might be able to put himself in a nice spot, potentially for some spawn kills, of course, while there's Pristini. Apathy exists as well. 33 in 19, by the way, having himself a very strong game.
Fantastic control map so far. 44 seconds remaining on the clock with a quick contest. Silly trying to hold the line here. Unfortunate tags, but makes it work. Not a problem. Looney still on the point, going for the defense. Clears out the rest of B. 35 seconds remaining now. Even Stevens in life count. Raid starting to come through. Looney watching the bottom side of the vents. We've seen Apathy find success before, and Apathy going back for it. There's the bait. Now you know at least 1 player there. Try to now apply the pressure upstairs. Looney, quick transition. Shots in on Silly. Does win it. Does keep it safe. The clock keeps ticking.
It's just beautiful. On defense, Pristini even pick up another 2 big kills. Defense is looking very strong. 15 seconds left on the clock. Vivid, though, does have top green control. Probably doesn't want to flood out towards A, but needs to make sure that he doesn't allow anyone to get up top, because Pristini might be looking for it eventually. Of course, just 6 seconds left. The pause is there because the contest is on for a moment. Looney going on a flank, gets dealt with. Gorillas, the opportunity is here.
Now they have to start looking in towards that B site. They've got to get on there. Octane's going to try to slow this one down. Very difficult to take the engagements from that lights corridor. Again, your shadow gives it away. Assault and Silly, man, that's a firing squad. They're lined up. They're like, yeah, dude, poke it. He can still just contest. You see that line of light on the floor. If he's inside that zone, he's dead. There it is. App comes through. App versus Looney. App finds another kill. That's huge. That's going to be a capture at B now. Unbelievable. There's the full secure. An additional minute on the clock. Apathy up over the top. Not able to find too much more. Silly now trying to get involved. And the life count, again, very, very tight as we go into this final minute of gameplay, Chance.
And some big gunfights by Looney. The 2 street keys on kept both of those players away from the A point, so the opportunity to flood through green has eviscerated. Now you got to flood through the back, and the flood through the back is coming fast. Octane dealt with. You got 2 players sitting in the spawn. That means Octane, of course, when he spawns up, has more players to deal with. Vivid on the flank, able to pick up another. The player in the hill, Looney right now by his lonesome. Maybe 1 player in bricks, but the spawn kills are in. Gorillas, great map control for the moment. Of course, though, Apathy getting shot in the back. He's got to make a move, and he's got to do it fast.
Oh boy, he almost made that move. Pristini will get it, though. There's the timer, still ticking away. Looney holds the line at the back, finds another second kill. That's so big. Still good to go. Trophy's down and about the final 20 seconds now, and we're going to see one last push from LAG to try to take this. Watch, 1 eye on the clock, 1 eye on the play. Gunless goes, oh! Gunless wins it against Vivid. That's big. Pristini wins his as well. Final few moments. Apathy, they're now stuck by bricks. They've got to go through the arches together. They're tagged up. It's not looking good.
エントリー者数平均 21.6 社って知ってた？早めに締め切る企業もある。
Good. No one. Oh, the contest can't even come through. Seattle Surge. they stand triumphant towards the end, and that's going to be the map.
Series you get
in case anyone was confused by what happened. LA Gorilla's like go on the pinch point. He's by himself. He goes on a 5 spree. So like just in case he didn't get the appropriate amount of credit for the plays he made to win his team that round, all the credit in the world. Luna went off. All right. Anyway, Moscow. This is, by the way, the most rotational heavy hardpoint map we have in the game, if anyone was confused.
I mean,
frankly, just from like P2 to P3, yeah, Seaside is honestly a pretty good comparison. P2 to P3, across the map, it takes 9.5 years to get there. It is incredibly important to make sure your rotations are perfect.
Well, here we go. Davai, comrades, davai. Straight into Moscow. App's gonna get that first blood. Gunless, cut to pieces. Vivid, don't give a nothing. He's just on the run. Again, the map is quite a large one. There is a lot of space to be played with here. Central position right there. We call it the Metro. A big old statue of Vladimir Lenin. That's going to be the first point. The second, very, very close to where Vivid is here. This small courtyard by the back of the office building. We will see a decent contest. First hard point, again, a lot of laneways in there. A lot of damage can be dealt. Looney's in a prime position to possibly take care of these LAG players. Vivid goes down. The trade's there. Once again, Apathy's trade. Solid position to be in right now, but the spawns are not. LAG spawning towards the south side of the map. They've got to make that long run up the boulevard to try to get back into the fight.
Most important 1v1 on the map, potentially right there. And Pristini is going to win it, winning all of the crucial kills. And you can see why. Getting this control pressure over towards the back, but has 2 players to deal with. He wins the first, is going to get taken down. And actually, well, I thought it had been the most important 1v1. The spawn sort of going in favor of Gorillas, but now Pristini is back in the action. He can find one. It's going to be Seattle actually inside the hill. And finally, it took an extra 15-20 seconds for any sort of stabilization to be there. The stabilization doesn't even happen because App is making plays. And Pristini, once again, the man that has to get that final kill to get inside the point. And maybe finally, a breath of fresh air, but no, not even rotations. Miles, this is straight up chaos.
This is mania again for the really seasoned COD fans watching the minimap there. That was a fun one. Finally, though, the LAG, they are going to back on out. They're going to throw the towel in for now. They've done the damage. They honestly stopped Seattle Surge from getting a decent amount of time there. So over towards the Fountain hardpoint we go. Top left-hand side of the map, a monument to Soviet soldiers of the many wars they've fought in. And right now, LAG locked up and loaded. Looney just stopped there before he could cause any mischief. Vivid will be that player on point. Again, a super power position down low there by the bottom side. Vivid's POV. In on the hard point he is right now. He can peek up, take care of those players coming out of the top of the escalator. The Metro exit there. Pristini trying to make his way to the bank right now. And this is a tough hard point to break.
One of the most difficult in the game, if not outright the most difficult. A lot of pressure being put in towards the back, but you can see in the feeds, Gorilla's handling it very well. And even when they're getting that Eski spawn, you think it's spawning out, but not really. It means you don't have to worry about the front. You know, all the pressure's coming in the back, and effectively, this has been a full 60. I think maybe a few seconds have been given away when the player hops off just to make sure you actually keep the map control, but job well done by the Gorillas. Down by a ton, right back in this game. And of course, on that rotation, you see a ton of fights happening over towards this bank area. Pristini, right now, the lone man inside. Frankly, they need to take him down, need to deal with him. They don't. He's able to play his life, doing a nice job, trying to make sure they can keep control of this street hill. And maybe Vivid on the flank can make a play. He's able to pick up one, but the trade is there from Gunless. Now we're back to our bank, the most important thing.
Ooh, he almost managed to get out there. That was a wonderful bit of work there. Again, buying time right now. Seattle Surge in control of the boulevard. Assault's going to find Looney just up close. Does just about get it. Quickly to boot. Octane's up next. Nice shots downrange. This is the boulevard hardpoint. Very, very open space. Look at that left-hand side of the screen. That big sort of rust-colored bus. A very prime power position to be in. After he can't get the business done there in the office, he goes down. Assault from the bus, trying to push those players back. Again, currently an open hardpoint right now. No one in there. Expect to see a little bit more of that. Looney still in control of the office. He can peek in and out and deal a lot of damage. Silly. A little bit of crossfire there from Assault. Finally takes him down. And Seattle Surge, a big old lead they had, starting to dwindle. And this is the first time we're really seeing LAG manage to get on the point. Not a very productive hard point for either team, but a great contest either side.
An interesting spawn, by the way, just came in from Looney. He's going to be behind enemy lines. The Gorillas, I don't know if they're going to be aware. Maybe when a couple players come off spawn, they'll have more of an idea. But either way, inside the point, Seattle quite a few kills. Looney now has streak control. It's really just Eskies that's going to be open. Persini going on a flank, though, to shoot a couple players in the back. And Gunless, he knows his job just to stay alive. Unfortunately for him, Looney loses his one-on-one to Vivid. Vivid to take down at least the player in the hill. This is enough to get Gorillas inside the point. Of course, they want to be able to flip these spawns as well, but still racking up some time, able to retake that lead. Try to bump it up just a little bit as Seattle have one more push.
LG, they're making a lot out of this hard point. They really are. It's not an easy one to get time on, and they're doing it. Octane trying to hold that streak down, but there's trouble behind him, and it's Assault. Gonna swap out that position, and that may as well be spawns right then and there. You are going to see LAG in control of this next hard point for now. The break could be good. Oh, I was going to say it's number 6. The player in the street. That's a very important position. Still he finds one. Trying to keep the street safe, but that's the flood from Seattle Surge making their way through. 2 of them have managed to get the kills. Now 2 through top Eskies. This could be massive. The spawns are going to be great there from LAG. Spawning very, very close to the hard point, top right-hand side. 2 players now for the Seattle Surge through the south side of the map. 1 through the middle and 1 through the top. Pristini. He's going to be the one to try to find the kills. The south side of the map, the battle's won, and it all comes down to Vivid. He wins his 1v1. So with that, a semblance of control. It's looking a little dire. He could make a play, though, from this position.
And this is one of the strangest P2s we might ever see, at least for quite some time. Vivid on the paint, trying to look for kills. Him and Assault able to pick up one apiece. And, well, now they can sort of just potentially spawn Seattle in the back. Well, Seattle doesn't get the back spawn, so a couple players for them can rotate to new. Meanwhile, Gorilla's looking for these final 20 seconds. It's a 2-2 on point. Vivid just has the one to win against Octane. Shreds them with the 74U. Final couple seconds going their way. And as strange of a hill that was, a big part of the reason where they're able to get this setup, at least initially, was because Apathy did sneak through their setup. So credit where credit is due. Of course, though, we talk about a hill for a full 60. Seattle's here first. Octane inside the hill. He's looking through the front. Gunless just needs to make sure he keeps bank control under wraps, and as a player spawns up behind him, he can now move forward and help out his teammates.
That was the nade from Gunless that took care of Silly in the bank there. So now you're starting to eliminate the options that the LAG have now to make an attack. Apathy trying to make something work out now through the back alleyway. 2 players up ahead of him. He is tagged up heavily, 11 HP. He's no good to anyone dead right now, and here comes the push through the front, and it is a massacre. Seattle Surge, they gun them all down. They keep the hard point ticking, and with that, I mean, we could honestly see a change in the lead. They could hold on to this point for now. This has been a wonderful turn of events. They have just managed to tighten up the hard point gameplay chance. A final 20 here, and the chances of them actually managing to make a break is looking a little slim.
I will say, man, Pristini's been looking great. Of course, on the flip side, the same could be said for Vivid. I think a lot of players have had their moments, but on this street hill, you see gold pressure is going to be key. 2 players from either team, and each of them win their ones. And Nate is able to finish off Pristini, and over towards Bank, Silly's able to get that. So it is just the rat room you have to deal with. And again, that bank control ever so important. Silly's got a lot on his plate. Feels the pressure and backs up. Now you got double ARs looking over top. Pristini from down low with the sub, though. Right gun for the job. Able to get those entry kills, but that hill control still for the Gorillas.
So for the Gorillas, and right now it just comes down to trust for Assault. He's got to hold this position alone and trust that his teammates behind him will keep him safe for as long as possible. And right now, the gunfights go in the way of Gunless. He manages to get 3 before being taken down there. That was 5 in a row. Unbelievable stuff. The final 25 seconds of this hard point. I mean, at this point in time, it's looking very Surge control. Silly trying to find something there at the front. If he can catch that player and kill him, stop the clock for now. But this hard point is getting closer and closer by the second.
The final bit of contest time coming through, but frankly, this might just set up one team if they get enough kills just to rotate for new. You can already see on the map, Apathy being very diligent. He's trying to get Eski's control for when this hill pops, so he knows his teammates don't have to worry about that. Big 2-piece coming in from Silly as well. That means early hill control. Clean and easy on the side of Gorillas. You got number 5 on the minimap, Vivid. He's responsible for the street. You got Assault in the hill trying to piece where he can. And of course, you got to make sure it's delicate and you don't flip spawns, because once that street opens up just a little bit, things might get problematic for Gorillas. And just like that, Pristini gets the back spawn. So long term, this is good as the pressure on the hill comes through. Seattle in a great spot after P1.
Yeah, great cleanup there. I mean, you name it, every trophy completely made safe. The hard point, 20-odd seconds remaining here. They do manage to lose that 1 player in the point, so someone's got to leave their position and dive on in. But no, the Gorillas managed to come in and snatch it up. The contester's going to be there for a brief moment. Pristini got off his perch, and now into the fight. He goes down, trades are there. Once again, Gunless slaying his heart out here on Moscow. It's going to be Vivid trying to find his way in towards the final 5 seconds now of this hard point, but you have to try to make the break in towards this courtyard. Pristini inside the apartments. He's going to be posted up in this position. You've got one player up towards the top side. Obviously, Looney looks like on the minimap. He's making his way around on the flank now. Gunless is watching the Boulevard Street at the backside. Beautiful shots. Pristini's already in position on the flank. And just like that, a clean 4. The spawns are going to be in way out. I'm not sure what the Russian for Narnia is, but that's where they are. They're going to make a long and painful walk across the map now, Chance. And this is a great opportunity for Surge to honestly take this one back.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And anytime you get a player over towards Globe for the spawn kills, you're feeling great on P2. All of these Surge players coming up off spawn. Apathy might want to try to force it through. And, well, they do take down Octane, but still that pressure inside. The hill, Looney and Pristini are there. Pristini with 2 himself. Octane from the grave of the trophy system, able to get the final 1. A damn near perfect hill over on P2 is going to put the Surge in a very good spot to potentially win the game. Of course, though, we're going to that full 60 kind of hill, so maybe not. You see Gorillas with the early setup, that elbow control, Pristini trying to bust his way through, assault the final man in the back.
Man, this is starting to heat up. All things considered, Seattle Surge, they made a valiant effort to try to stop the resurgence here. They've still got players to go. 3 men now pushing through the Boulevard. The 4th spawns way back on towards the 2nd, but it's going to be a number 5, Vivid. That's a huge kill to open this fight up. He knows where those other players are coming from. Quick check round the corner, dips on out. Beautiful play from the young man. Now you've got to stop the push, working its way through middle. It falls down to Silly in the gunfight. Over he goes by the fence, finds one, finds a second as well. Silly holding the line, but still Surge keep going. It's on a Pristini now, and Vivid has got his number. That could well be it, Chance. The final few seconds. Octane's got to kill them all, get on the point, and stop the contest right now. Otherwise, we are going to our first game 5. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, good God. Oh, yeah. It is right. 5 spree, though, that Looney had.
Oh, dude.
The 5 spree Looney had in the control, like, that seals the deal for me.
Bruh.
Even more than the 1v3, I think.
Don't forget Apathy searches. I mean, bruh, there's just so much going on.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
We've had a very good day. All right, here we go. Game 5. Everyone just breathe. Here's the view from Top Caution. Steeny just hanging out here toward the left-hand side inside Vents room. Bomb teetering. Again, Garrison, you have the advantage, you have to press it. But right now, it is a standoff. No one is moving. Everyone's got guns everywhere. They're all watching for that one opportunity. And, oh, there's an opportunity. And for Gunners, takes it. No mom spaghetti, no nothing. Nails that one. Vivid's now lost at a complete angle. So the LAG have now got to work with the information that they no longer have. Apathy trying to make his way forward. Hearing those barrels be destroyed by the B-bomb site. Oh, Apathy, turn around. He's there, App. You can hear him. Players everywhere. Apathy, no problem whatsoever. Oh, bomb down as well. Pristini, though. Back and forth we go. 20 seconds remaining. Here we go, Chance. 3v2.
Top green is open, by the way. I think Gunless is going to be at least partially responsible for it. Bomb player is going to get taken down. Last man is going to be Silly, able to run away. The bomb has time to get planted, though. 1v2 for Silly.
Gets it! Absolutely nails it. Silly with his sneakers on, sprinting around the side of the map. The kill couldn't be found. The bomb didn't get down fast enough, and Silly just...
Top green, so that's something he could watch. So communication on that a little bit tough, but obviously you get a half second to make that decision. But big plays coming out with the Gorillas on defense. Once again, man, it is the same thing we saw in the raid.
15秒ぐらいであのスイッチ判断難しいよな。しなきゃいけないけど、間に合わんし。
Silly managed to get one bullet in. Looney now, aggressive through the middle of the map. Octane's gonna poke the eyes out.
カバー狙いに来たら嫌だし。
Now Looney, oh boy, cuts down Vivid just before being able to get to safety. Assault by top catwalk now. The numbers are starting to thin out for both squads. 2v2. Octane and Gunless playing very far apart, whereas the attacking team, the LA Gorillas, they are close together in Assault and Apathy. And it could be a double A battering ram, but Octane, oh boy, deals the damage. No kills though. Gunless in the position to maybe get the pinch. Beautiful nade. Just off the sidewall there. Takes care of Apathy. 2v1. All onto Assault now.
30 seconds left. He has no idea where Octane ran to. He might actually come up behind both of these players. Octane free kill. He knows Gunless was top green because he threw the nade. So he should have some idea.
Oh, but dude,
But you can see he's worried about Gunless potentially going over towards caution, full flanks. He has to clear out so much. He has no idea where Gunless is at.
Just looked the wrong way. And right now, I mean, he's got to think about the bomb. He could potentially get the bomb down now. Will Gunless go for the... No, he's not got it. He's not got it. He's expecting Gunless to make the push. He's checking the wrong way. And the clock's gone. Oh, there he is. There you were the whole time. A guessing game that neither player got, but Gunless on defense with the advantage.
By the way, drag out quite a bit because getting picks is not going to be easy really from either direction unless one team really wants to try to hammer through the middle of the map. But very sort of stagnant setup, nice little map control coming out from the Gorillas. They got everything they want. Player and square watching the crossover towards bomb. I believe Apathy once again living inside events. And should you elect to try to push through green, well, Silly's going to be there and waiting. Neither team giving away anything.
Ambient sound of Garrison right now is the only thing accompanying these players. Apathy makes it all the way into vents. Rossini, oh dear. Salt just puts him on his back, cuts him down immediately. And that Apathy's like, I'm going. In and out he goes. Easy poke. Looney now trying to chill bottom mid. Cuts the ribbon. What a fantastic round. LAG can do no wrong right now. Last player left is Octane, and the guns are all over him. Gorillas.
They're just such a... If not, you got to have a laser beam of a shot. Actually, yeah, maybe not with the stun check. Yeah, they have no idea.
Yeah, they snuck through. So Pristini in a premium position right now. Silly, again, holding down that top tank spot. Slight exchange of gunfire here. Pristini, man, he could honestly turn this round on its head as these players start to push past him. Oh, there it is. Silly just got a tickle. Apathy once again in the vent. Riding through. He's always down there. The vent cam. Looney now trying to make his way in back towards that B site again. Knowledge that App's probably in there, but the bomb and these players of LAG, slight transition right now. Apathy and Assault. Eyes on towards lights, making sure that B bomb site's still open. And it's Silly still by that floating tank position, just making sure that no one gets in the top green and no one applies pressure from that part of the map.
Oh, nice job by App right there, too. The barrel gets exploded, but he was able to put himself on the correct side of the bomb to avoid death. Assault making sure to watch over his teammate. He's alive for just the moment. And Vivid, beautiful job to take down Looney. Bomb gets planted. 2v4 for Gunless and Octane.
Ooh, hold on.
Make it a 1v4 and dealt with just for a moment. Open and just making plays happen.
It's looking good. We saw Seattle Surge make a fantastic comeback on Raid. Can they do the same again here now on Garrison? And it is a 3-man push towards B. They're going in. Assault, one, finds them up. Apathy still down low. Rossini will recover the bomb for now. We are going to slowly but surely reposition now for the Gorillas. Again, anticipating a lot more pressure through mid, and that seems to be the gambit right now. Octane down low. Rossini up high. Gunless backing him up from the very corner of caution there. That seems to be the gambit right now. Octane down low. On for now. And it is a 3-man push towards B. They're going in. Assault, one, finds them up. To be the gambit right now. Octane down low. Pristini up high. Gunless backing him up from the very corner of caution there. And this play, it's slowed him right down. This could be another round win. Surge have got to turn this around quick. Hello! The trades, chance, the trades. But it's not good enough. Surge, it all comes down to Octane. I'll make it a 1v1, he can find that kill. Nice move, though. Silly has no idea.
This perfect player in the back, massive part of it. Seattle Surge, they need to find some sort of pick. Because they've been able to get in good spots. This time, triple stacking up towards green, trying to bully out Silly. Yo. They're going to be flying. Meanwhile, Vivid on the flip side, able to pick up one. Outside of green, though, they're able to find two versus two.
Ooh, Looney. One more bullet into Apathy. Just one more. Nade might do it. There it is. Looney with a nice aggressive round. Assault up next. It could be a 3rd kill for Looney. There it is.
A bullet 2 or 3 piece, but they hit it incredibly well. Had the bomb down next to impossible on the B site. Now Seattle need to figure out something to do on offense. Try to get aggressive. Last time they got picked off. Looney, just an incredibly small mistake, but a very costly one at that. Gives away his life.
I like it's a deep defense now from the Gorillas. They were like let's just let them fly at us. We're going to chill. They're going to make the first mistake. And that's exactly what happens. If it's still in this position, old iron boots right now, not moving anywhere. Yet to recover the bomb from that top position, I think. On board with Octane now. Pristini will finally grab the bomb back. Again, deep defense for LAG.
In looking at the setup too, like Assault is so far back in the map, he can watch the mid alley push, so you don't really need a body square because Assault's got that covered. Apathy obviously is the bomb because he's under vents, and there's just so much you got to do. You got to take care of Apathy again. The Reaper down low.
You might have to start calling this little part of the map Hades or Hell or something, because App's the devil from down here. Yoink, there's another. One more. Give it to him. That's going to be match point for the Los Angeles Guerrillas. Here on Garrison. Boy, howdy. This is a fun one.
And again, with the no smokes, no snipers, it's just incredibly difficult if you give away a first blood. And like when I say small mistake from Looney, he shoulder peeked for half a second and he just gets ripped off the catwalk heady. But as soon as that happens, again, Guerrillas, if you give him a setup, they're going to be on point. Assault's so far back in the map, he's never really going to die. He can cover over his teammates. Like Guerrillas, when they're in their spots, just efficient work. And they're so tired of Apathy, they double stack vents.
We must defeat him. Send everyone. Nice first blood. Yeah, Looney Pristini, like, there is no way he gets down here, dude. There's no way. Wait, Vivid's gonna pinch? Oh, nice shots. Looney, great stuff. 2v2 though. Looney's hurt. Repositions immediately. We still have Gunless, so it looks to be top green-ish. Looney is very, very cautious right now on this approach. Silly, looking to make his way maybe towards that backside of green. Bomb still in the hands of Assault, who's again lingering over towards that B bomb site. At this point, you're freaking out. You're like, where are they? Oh, there he is. Looney just caught out in the open, gunless. 1v2 to keep the series alive. 1v1 to keep the series alive with just over 20 seconds on the clock. Bomb still in the hands of Assault. Here it comes to keep the series alive. Gunless gets it done.
Well, doesn't go for.
No more mistakes really allowed right now for Seattle Surge. They've got to go all in. Slow approach. Pristini, again, checking corners. Throwing shoulders right now. Just in and out, in and out. He takes tags, he takes hits. He can escape without really any fear there. But guess who's in the vents? That's right. It's Apathy. Quads like a superhero. Move in that position, I'm telling you. Just do it for 3 seconds. Tell me it's not hard. Has he exposed himself too much here, though? He's so close to Pristini. Potential here for disaster. Oh, no, that's fine. Back in, here he goes. In silence.
Back to the same spot. You get blooded. What can you do? Apathy's such a problem. Vivid a force on the map. 2v4, 25 seconds left.
And Vivid, you know, he moves around so much more. Apps just lying in wait still. Silly now. Trying to comb out. Here the shots. Pristini last player left alive in lights. And the lights are about to go out. If we can get a shot or two, that is it. The Guerrillas getting it done in game 5, 6-3. The complete opposite of what it was on Raid. And you've got to hand it to him. It was at times clinical, at times predictable. But at the end, a win's a win. Lovely stuff from both teams there. Little glimmers of magic either side, Chance and